Oh! Oh! It's a item, but we got it! Oh my god, it's an item! Oh boy! The game wants me to continue, that's it. I said 3 guilds ago, if I'm not gonna get a collection log, I'm just gonna call it a day here. And 3 guilds later, I get a collection log, man. Holy, okay, let's go sell it. Yeah, the G price says 20, so let's just put it to 20 and see if it's... Yeah, it sells for 20. 20.1 million GP. That's really good. That's really good. We take those. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is your second favorite Eastern European YouTuber who plays Oldschool Runescape and is also not very good at anything else. But hey, silver medal, baby. Let's do this. Today, the goal is simple. I killed Duke Sucellus, the newest Desert Treasure 2 boss, over 1,000 times. And I want to show you what I got, starting with this. A little snack to get you off. And no, that wasn't referencing anything else. Keep it in your pants. And the worst part about it all is that as soon as I finished with Duke, only 5 hours later, Jagex decided to buff the entire drop table by about 20%, which means I literally wasted about 15 hours hunting nothing. But hey, at least I get to make a video out of this. So let's start with the drops. Honestly, not much happened in the first 500 KC. I was incredibly unlucky. I did all the kills during my live stream and it was a very uneventful 30-hour project. I thought I was gonna stop there, but turns out, like I said, I got nothing, so I literally couldn't stop there because I would have left empty-handed, and that would have meant I wasted 3 days doing nothing, which, you know, in hindsight, all of this is meaningless anyways, but it's the thought that counts, okay? This was my collection log after 500 KC. Yeah, I know. It looks sad, and guess what? I was sad as well, but that made me even push harder. So I did one more stream, and this is what I got next. But between the periods of July to January, you can go back and you can see that there is no updates happening there. Oh! Oh! Oh, baby. That's okay. That's a drop. Okay, not the drop I was looking for, but you know what? It's something. KC number 632. Would you look at that, man? What did we guys say? Did we say 650? Or 666? Something like that, right? Well, we got it a little bit earlier. Okay. We take that, bro. We take that. Okay, let's go sell that. I'll put it for 30. I don't mind if I lose a little bit of money. Oh, it's sold. Okay. 32.8 million GP. Vertus row bottom. Ah, that's nice, man. It's gonna pay for supplies, which, you know, we take those. We take those. And we're just getting started. But before we continue, let's talk about the boss a little bit itself. I'm gonna keep it short and simple. I like the boss. I mean, I kinda have to, otherwise I probably would have never done 1000 KC on this boss. But yeah, it's simple, it's effective. I really like the common drops, it's very well balanced. It seemed like a lot of people got upset after they got like 63 bronze javelins or 300 air runes or 5 mid-roll chain bodies as a drop. I thought the troll drops were great. There's nothing better than watching Oldschool Runescape players get mad that they didn't get the drop. It melts my gold black heart. Other than that, the boss is very mechanically easy. I use Sight for all 1000 kills, which, by the way, thank you to Jake for lending me his weapon. I'm like the homeless version of Oldschool Runescape. I need handouts these days, so thanks again, Jake. Love you. Also, I didn't feel like bursting dust devils for 20 hours to get arc light, because that is the second best weapon at this boss, and if you wanna go really budget, I think Abyssal Tentacle is your third best option. Another thing, this boss has literally the cutest pet in Oldschool Runescape. It is the ugliest thing I have ever seen in my life, and all I wanted was this pet, which you're gonna have to find out until the end of this video if I got it or not. But I'm not gonna lie, when they released Guardians of the Rift pets and it was super ugly, I thought they're never gonna be able to outdo themselves, and this bad boy comes in and it's called the Baron, like in League of Legends, and like I said, it is so ugly. I love it and I want it. And with that, I did the rest of the KC off stream, and this drop literally appeared like 5 in the morning because my sleeping schedule is so messed up right now. And I wasn't even prepared for it, but there we go. I got another Virtus mask, basically 3 worst unique drops you could possibly get from this boss. And I sold this one for 13 million GP because by now, the price has dropped a lot. I think the full Virtus set is currently around 60 million GP, and it's gonna be dropping because of one reason and one reason only. And the reason is that literally 5 hours after I was done with 1000 KC and a 70-hour grind, they buffed the drop table approximately 20%. Yes, this was heartbreaking because not only did I go dry on this boss with the initial drop rates, but I was done with the entire grind just few hours before the updated drop rates, so literally worst of the both worlds. And just for comparison, this is my average after 300 KC before the update, and this is the average of 300 KC after the update. The money literally doubled. And now, yes, he got more unique drops, but that was the entire purpose. Jagex buffed the unique drop table. So it's safe to say that I missed out on about approximately 100 million GP, maybe like 75 million GP in loot because of this update. But also, you know, I get it. The game doesn't revolve around me, and there was a lot of controversy behind the drops. For instance, Virtus robes are in 1 in 4,000 before the changes from Vardorvis, which is actually insane number if you think about it. And there was multiple other cases as well. The drops were just too rare, so Jagex changed them. Okay, let me show you a perfect KC and then we'll do the final price check and I'll show you the rest of the loot as well and how much money I made with 1000 KC. So first, I have 2 dials marked on both sides upstairs. Stepping on these 2 dials completely neglects the damage you take from the extremities inside the walls, because your batting will always allow you to dodge them. I do my mushroom minigame, which, you know, by the way, I did this potion making over 1000 times, which is kinda insane if you think about it. This was the only part of the boss that I really didn't enjoy. I wish they put like a flask drop after 100 KC that you can stack multiple potions inside, or just as a rare drop. Doing the mushroom minigame over and over again felt just really bad. By the way, you can one-tick these mushrooms and the salt mining, which saves you like 2 seconds overall in the entire kill. So I'll do it for this KC, but overall, I am a lazy person, I never actually did it. And you do need 80 herblore and 80 mining to only mine it twice to get it done, otherwise you need 3 of them. Nevertheless, we get to the boss and it's fairly simple. I PGS once if I get the hit. If I hit 0 with PGS, I spec again. PGS really does make the kill so much faster. You can save like up to 45 seconds with a good spec. My main weapon is a sight for my cases like I mentioned before, and the first phase is fairly simple. The Duke does 6 basic attacks and then there is a special attack. Since I got a good PGS hit, my sight just goes through this boss really fast. I use the 2 tiles next to the boss to rotate around the boss and stay behind the pillars, which avoids most of the damage. I use a troll and max melee gear. I've seen some people use Ring of Suffering. I just think DPS is more important than defense in this boss, but that's a personal preference. After the special attack, we go to the second phase and it's the same thing over again. Step, attack, step, attack. Super simple, super easy to follow. Okay, let's talk about drops. Before we get to the final loot, I did get the only literal drop I was looking for, and it was the most precious drop to me of all time. I got the Eye of the Duke right as I was about to finish at 963 KC. And yeah, you can feel I went dry on this boss if this is what excites me. At this point I was just looking for anything. But yeah, I am going for the Soul Reaper axe and this is 1 out of the 4 parts. I'm currently hunting the 3rd part and then I have 1 more to go. But here we go, let's talk about the final price check. In total, I did 1013 KC and I ended up with rank 151 after that. And I made 65 million GP from unique drops, meaning the 3 Virtus pieces. I made about 40 million GP from awakened orbs. I made about 15 million GP from Dragon Blade Legs, and the rest of the loot came to around 30 million GP from common drops. And I got the Eye of the Duke, which is technically currently around 200 million GP, as it is the part of the Soul Reaper axe, but it is untradeable, so we don't count that in until I actually finish the axe, which, you know, it should be next week. So if you want to see that video, make sure you subscribe. Now you might be wondering, Kriibus, you didn't count in the Magus ring you get from the Duke, and you're right, because I didn't get it. Yep, I went extremely dry on that as well, despite the fact that Jagex was supposed to put in anti-dry mechanics, but hey, I guess I'm just not a lucky person. So all of that combined, from 1000 KC, Duke Sucellus, before the buff drop rates, I made around 150 million GP, meaning the average drop for me per KC was around 150k. Now,
What I didn't count in is how I spent 20 million GP on site Jagex, how I spent about another 20 million GP on deaths, because every time I died, I lost like 300k GP. Then I spent another 10 million GP on supplies like potions, Sara brews, food, staminas and trolls, so in total 1000 KC of Duke literally gave me around 100 million GP profit in the 70 hours I was there. Meaning, Duke before the drop rate buff on average, if you don't get the ring, is approximately 1.3 million GP an hour. And if you do get the ring, it's almost 3 million GP an hour. Now, since Jagex did buff the drop rate by about 20%, and the drops have also lost a little bit in price, I'm guessing Duke Sucellus will be a constant 3.5 million GP an hour in the foreseeable future. And I think 3.5 million GP an hour is extremely good for a quest boss, all things considered. It's the easiest boss to learn, and there's a lot going on here. I mean, I'm not even counting in the utility use of Ice Quartz, which goes to your Ancient Scepter, and it is untradeable, but it's actually a really valuable item. So all in all, I would give this boss a solid 7 out of 10 rating, despite the fact that I had to do Mushroom minigame over 1000 times. And I went really dry at the boss. I will go back to Duke to finish off the ring once I have my Soul Reaper axe, and of course I want the ugliest pet in the game. I need it. But until then, I thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you all tomorrow with a brand new video I've never done before. I love you all very much. Bye.